y'all? It's your boy Darian, aka the StoryTime, aka DP, and we back at it again with another video. What up, my people, my fellow Sauce Kings? How y'all doing today? Y'all doing good? That's what's up. Okay, first things first, I gotta say this video is filmed like months after that the last video y'all seen, you know, with the I'm back video type shit. So that's why I just like, though, everything is different about me, you know. Well, not everything, like, you know, only like a couple things. See, your boy got tatted up again, you know. Your boy back in the game. Can I hear it? Tatted up. Nah, but for real though, you see my boy Jace hooked me up. You see this right here? Shit clean as fuck, you feel me? I mean, this was like, what, 2 months ago, I want to say. And one other thing is too, you know what I mean? Bam! Your boy official now, right? Your boy got himself an Apple Watch, the thing I've been wanting for like years, and I mean like years, y'all. I could check the time without even reaching in my pocket. I could talk to my lady without even, they can't, when I'm at work, they can't be like, oh, get off your phone. I'm like, no, I'm on my watch. And it was like so subtle because it was supposed to be for my birthday, right? But you know, we walked into the AT&T store and the guy was like, hey, you want this phone? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, okay, it's the deal with the Apple Watch. You want the Apple Watch? I'm like, yeah, I want the Apple Watch. And she was like, I want the Apple Watch too. So then it was like, okay, we both gonna get Apple Watches. So then the next day we would have both Apple Watches. Period. Anyway, as y'all can see from the title, this is the story time of how I got to my first ever car accident. The one and only. Now, I'm gonna give y'all a little disclaimer. No one died in this accident, and the only person that got hurt was me. Alright, so okay, where do I start off? I want to say this takes place around maybe 2, 3, 4 years ago at the max, right? So, you know, you know, this is back in my prime of driving, right? When I was accident-free, young and restless, all that. I don't remember exactly where I was coming from, but let's just say I was coming from Starbucks or whatever with my mom, because, you know, she had me drive like fucking everywhere ever since I started driving. So, you know, I go to the store, I'm coming, you know, I'm thinking everything all high and dry. So, you know, she called me, I'm like, hey, what's up, mom? She's like, okay, make sure you put some gas in the van before you get home. I'm like, all right, cool. So, you know, I got that mindset, right? So, you know, I'm driving down the street, you know, I'm cruising, thinking this is like just a regular, just happy ass day, right? You know, I'm jamming to my new edition in the car.
I just lie like that, like for real though. Like the whole time I was probably listening to anime music for real though.
But anyway, I'm driving down, right? You know, I come to the stoplight. Well, not a stoplight, with a red light, right? And it turned green. So, you know, I'm like, okay. So in my head, y'all, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go to the gas station, go pull in and all that shit. So I was envisioning, okay, what I'm finna do. I'm finna go out, turn left, and then turn right real quick, going to the gas station. So, you know, it's a green light. As I'm going out, I'm like, okay, turn into, you know, like a safe driver. So I'm driving out. You know, I'm turning left. I'm like, all right, I'm finna make this smooth transition, right? All of a sudden, I hear some honking. I'm like, fuck is that? All of a sudden, boom! Bro, I got crunched like a fucking football player. This car hit me so hard. Well, I hit them. We hit each other, okay? We hit each other so hard, like it ricocheted, right? And I'm just like, oh shit. Like in my head, I'm thinking, is this real? Like, is this real? Like, did I really just hit somebody? In my head, I'm like, oh my God, did I hurt somebody? All that stuff like that. You know, and then all I see is a bunch of smoke. And you know, traffic stops and everything. I'm like, damn, I for real just got into a car accident. In my mama's car though. It was a Nissan. It was a good looking Nissan too. Not anymore, but it was a good Nissan, right? I'm like, okay, let me just pull over. I'm like, I'm looking at the people. Now, y'all, I cannot make this up. When I looked over at who was in the car, thinking it's gonna be, you know, some angry black couple or like some nice white people that's gonna like understand, right? You know, when the smoke cleared, the literal smoke, I look over, why the fuck is the damn neighbor, bro? My neighbors that live down the street from me. Yo, I swear, I promise you, I never thought in my life that I would ever get into a car accident, let alone with the neighbors down the street. I look over, I saw him see me see him. Like, we just made eye contact like a bird. Like, I'm just like, oh my God, is that the neighbor down the street? He looking at me. All I see is this. In his car, like, I'm like, oh my God, I just hit the damn neighbor. I'm like, yo, I was ashamed of myself, yo. And, you know, so I pull over, you know, airbag in my face and all smoke everywhere. Look like a fucking smoke screen right there, right? I pull over, turn on my hazards. I get out the car, my ribs start hurting. I'm like, ooh, woo. I felt like Yvette, like somebody just whooped my ass. Like how he did her, that's how I felt. My ribs was like aching stuff. I'm trying to get out the car, go assess the situation, be calm and collected and go talk to them. All this nice white lady, she drive past and she like, oh, you okay? I'm gonna call the police. Blah, 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 blah. So, she called 911, right? I'm walking up to the neighbors, limping and shit like that. I was kind of playing it off just a little bit so I could, play the situation off so, it could benefit me. But hey, that didn't work out. We'll see where I am now. I'm limping over there, right? Ribs hurting, all that shit. I look at the neighbors, I'm like, oh my God, y'all good? Y'all okay? Y'all was like, oh, snap, you Donna's son. I'm like, yeah, from down the street. Yeah, right. Like, luckily they were some nice neighbors, because, my mom be friends like everybody named Mama on the block for some reason. I don't know why. That's just who she is, right? I'm walking to them. We talking over there, we talking about, she's like, oh, you okay? I'm like, I'm limping on the ground, I'm playing this shit off hard, though. Like, my ribs was hurting, but I'm on the ground like, man. I can't even walk. I'm leaning on their car and all like, damn, I really got hurt. Cause I'm ignorant as hell in my head, like, hey, shit, I'm finna get some money from this shit. So I'm limping over shit like that. Next thing 911 come. Oh damn. Now I was hurting as I'm listening. I call my stepdad. I'm like, oh ow, I just got into a car accident. What? What you mean you got into a car accident? So he called my mom. Mind you, they live around the block. Why it take them 10 minutes to get there? I have no idea. Anyway, so I'm getting to the ambulance, they checking my heart rate and shit like that, right? They like, oh my God, you okay? Do you feel like you need to go to the hospital? They putting, little beepers on my chest and stuff like that, trying to feel if I got any broken ribs and shit like that. So I'm like, okay. Now, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, even though this whole thing was traumatic, even though I got into my first accident, I was like 16, 17, I whacked the fuck out of the neighbor. The most thing I was concerned with was the demon that was on her way to me. Y'all don't know my mama like I do. Any black person can tell how their mama act when some shit like this happen. I thought she was gonna slap the black off me, kick me out, and all that shit, man. Cause her car was fucked. Like y'all see this picture right here, bro? Like the whole thing was just. And why was it no damage to the neighbor's car though? Like they shit was peachy keen, like clean as hell. My mom got this red ass Nissan. This shit looked like. Like a fucking transformer, kick the fuck out of this shit. They car looking like it's fresh off the lot, shiny and all, like they just came from the car wash. I'm like, Drew, what type of shit is this? Like, I thought my mama's car was decent, but this shit was not durable at all. I'm in the ambulance, just like hoping, I'm looking out the ambulance door, just like, what the fuck is finna come up these stairs when she get here? Like, I don't know what is gonna happen. Like, is she gonna punch the shit out of me? Is she gonna send me to the hospital for real? Cause I didn't need to go to the hospital. But I thought I was gonna end up there eventually. Like I thought she was gonna come up there and whoop my ass type shit. So I'm sitting there, I'm just like, oh man. I'm like, I'm not even looking at my phone at this point, I'm just waiting. And then when the guy came up there, he said, yeah, your mom's here. Let me tell y'all think when y'all will get into an accident, y'all see y'all parents with like, the first person y'all see is y'all parents, y'all be like, oh my God, I'm so relieved. You think you see an angel, like God just walking in, giving you a hug, giving you comfort and shit. No, hell no. Y'all might thought y'all see that, but when my mama came up the stairs, I seen this, like, for real. Like, no. Like, I swear to God, I thought that shit was gonna happen. She looked at me like this, and I'm looking at her, I'm just like, me and first responder looked at each other. She looked at me, I looked at him. He looked at me, and we looked back at my mom. Just like, oh man. I grabbed his hand a little bit, yo. I was like, please. I'm like, protect me. First respond to me right now. So, she coming up. It's like, I swear it was like the Matrix and this shit. I swear, like she was walking in slow motion towards me. I'm like, oh, I'm finna get the ass open over Lifetime. First thing she said, are you okay? Blah, blah, blah. I'm confused. I'm like, wait, what? You ain't mad? She was like, I don't give a fuck about the car. I'm making sure you okay. I'm like, in my head, I'm like, damn, this is the most genuine shit I ever heard her say. Like, what? Wow. Okay, mom. And we get that sorted out. I'll talk to the police officer. He cool. He said, oh, stuff like this happen all the time. He was a brother, so, we shook up and everything. He gave my license back. I got a ride back to the house. They told my mama car away. Well, they told it back to the house. But yeah, and that's just how that was. I go home, I'm just like, yeah, I'm just gonna go lay down. I go in my bed. No, but not matter of fact, before I go lay in the bed, my stepdad looking at me, and first thing, you know what he said to me? He didn't ask me if I was okay. Do I need some water, some chicken? None of that shit. You know what he said? He said, how you hit the neighbor? Like, exactly like that. He said, how you hit the neighbor, Darian? I'm like, I don't know. It just happened so fast and all that stuff like that. So, you know, that just made me feel more like shit. So, you know, I go upstairs. I'm laying down in my bed. I'm just like, damn. I was looking up at the ceiling like I was high. That's a story for another. The first time I got high, I was looking the same fucking way. I was in the bed, just laying down, holding my wrist, thinking about my life like, damn. Well, at least nobody's seen it. Why when I open up my phone, I see a Snapchat message. This motherfucker from school talking about some, Darian, I just seen that shit. You okay? I was like, oh my God. Like, y'all, that gotta be the worst feeling ever. To get in a dumbass accident that's your fault. No damage to the other person whatsoever. Not even a scratch on their car. Somebody texted you talking about something. Are you okay? I seen the accident. I'm like, oh fuck. I said, I'm gonna hear about this shit at school the next day. Well, I take a nap. Then, man, just like the aftermath was like, just, it wasn't that bad, you know. My mama, you know, she kind of got on dirt with me because, you know, I bust up her car and whatever like that. And now, just that was her baby. That was her car we had for years. I mean, years. I mean, it got crunched. Like, y'all seen the picture. That shit ain't pretty at all. Yeah, I was in the bed. She called my sister. My daddy called me. He talked to me. I told him I was okay and we good. And yeah, that's how that day went. You know, and then, you know, I didn't drive for like a year after that, mind you, like at all. Like, I was so traumatized, like, oh shit, I'm finna fuck up and crash this car again. Like, every time somebody would go fast, my ribs would feel all tingly. My ribs ain't like mentally prepared. They got a mind of their own. They be like, ooh, watch out. I'll be bracing myself and all when I'm in the car with anybody. But ever since then, I've been real good. Like, you know, I ain't been crashed. I'm a decent driver, you know. But when I get cranky, you know. Vin Diesel on this bitch, for real. That's about it. I mean, I didn't drive for like a minute, you know. I'm driving again now, you know. I got my own car, as y'all know, like that, you know. Gloria had another car. Rochelle, that's a whole nother story though. Oh, that's car. Yeah, y'all. That's the story how I got into my accident, my first car accident. And if I had a message for y'all, don't hit your neighbor. That fucking all. Oh shit, I forgot. I had to go to court for that shit, right? You know, I had to go to court. You know, me being like young, I thought I was gonna get like in trouble, get a fine, community service. I'm like, oh shit. When I went into the courtroom, I had to face the whole thing. I was so embarrassed and shit. Whole time the damn neighbors didn't even show up. So, you know, all the judge said was just be careful and slow down. Even though I was driving slow when it happened. I mean, 25 in a turn ain't bad, right? Like, I got off clean, got my license back. Didn't drive for a year, like I said. But I didn't get in trouble whatsoever. No ass whooping, no beat down. Didn't get kicked out. Didn't get strangled. I did get that text message from that one person though, so I was kind of embarrassed, you know. But other than that, it all turned out good for me. Besides my ribs. Yeah, y'all. Don't hit your neighbor at all. For real. And especially if you got a black mama. Don't crash that car. But yeah, that's about it. So make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, turn on y'all post notifications so y'all can know when I upload my next video. And I'll catch y'all on the next one. Alright, peace.